In this video, I got a brand new Snapmaker 2.0 3-in-1 A350T. Take this out first. Oh crap, which one do I take out first? In this video, I am going to open this box, check out what's inside of it, put the thing together, and do some test prints. They were not kidding how amazing this book is. It feels like a really heavy-duty magazine. The size of this thing, I did not expect. The power module, and this is so much bigger than I was expecting. I mean, this thing is just massive and it's heavy. Wow. It really is the size of like an iPhone, maybe an iPhone 6. The sheer weight of these tools, you can tell that they are of quality and made to last. I mean, it's extremely amazing how heavy they are. I mean, see how to work this thing. That's cool. Okay, today I learned I pull out the back part here. Look at all the different bits. Pulling out the 2.5. It is 2.5. So this is the base plate. It is really heavy. I can barely lift it up with one hand. And we're going to start by putting the feet on the bottom of the plate. Wow, this is just massive. Well, I don't want this video to go too long, so when I'm unpacking things like this, I try to go a little bit faster in the video so you don't have to wait around and just watch me unpack. Solid.
Screw the nuts on the platform face up. Attach the linear modules to the platform with screws until step 3.
Mine's different.
3. Attach the Y axis.
So take note on these modules that you can see this is lead 20 and then it has lead 08. So you're going to find two of them and you're going to put these things in the center right here because, well, they'll need to be centered. Notice how this is laid out. And you can see it in the book. Make sure that these things are laid out correctly. And then with the screws, we're just going to screw them in. Don't tighten them all the way down. Seemed to be easy for me to adjust it like this, so I know that they're actually in place. Now I'm putting the screws in. It just seemed to be easier to put them in the hole and then screw them down. This is why we centered those things before we screwed them in, because going through these holes here, we're going to have to now tighten these screws right there. They don't have to be perfectly centered, but it makes it a lot easier to tighten them down through these holes. So in this step, it was easy to take one of the boxes that the things came out of, and I just put it up like this. That way I have access to screw in from the bottom here. Take note of the angle that this is. And the angles of this support. It's actually really easy when following the book and also the videos that are included. And when those are bolted down, we're going to turn it over. It's definitely easier with two hands instead of me filming with my phone in one hand. Making sure we got the right ones. We're going to screw these in. And the way that I did this was screwing in one screw and then turning it upside down was the easiest. Make sure you put those cables through first. Now what I'm doing is I'm screwing in one screw. And now I'm turning it over and I'm putting in the rest of the screws. That just seemed to make it a little bit easier for me. So push those two things down, push this forward like they want me to. Laid this right here. I have all my screws in, but not screwed in all the way. So from the back, that's how it's connected. Okay, everything is They said to use two hands when lifting this up, but I'm doing it from the center, nice and slow. This is 2 times speed. Now we're going to be taking these cables, putting them up through here, and then putting them into this module like this. Making sure the Y is connected to it. Using these M4s. Now we're doing the same with the other ones.
We're going to put them in the other module thing, whatever they call it, and make sure that's the Z-axis. And now I'm screwing on the control module. I accidentally pulled off those rubber things. They actually just pop off a little bit. I pulled them too far. No big deal. It's not like I'm going to be closing them back up anytime soon. So at the back of this looks like a USB-C. After I insert it in here, it is really loose. And as I've been playing around with this over the last month, sometimes it actually will shut down this machine. So I'm gonna have to get up with customer support and see what they can do. Here you get the right cable for the power. I accidentally had the wrong one and it wasn't fitting correctly, and I had to double check it. But it fits secure. If it doesn't fit secure, if it doesn't clip in really easy, you might have the wrong cable.
These are just freaking massive. I have a huge hand and this thing is just huge. It's so heavy. There are the holes on the back side. We're going to put it like this and bolt it in.
So there's two different types. Make sure you get the right one, the hex socket head screws. These are the ones that have the round heads, because the other ones are going to be fitting into the Snapmaker 3D printer tray. So make sure you get the right ones. This one, I actually bolted in incorrectly, so I wanted to show you which way you bolt it in. And now these are the ones that you need to put in that are the V-neck. You'll be very surprised to feel how heavy this magnet thing is, and how flexible it is also. All I did is I squared it up on the sides, which is pretty easy to do. And I'm actually doing the same thing over here. And make sure that you plug it into the correct port. Heated bed. This is the last weird thing that they put on here that wasn't really shown very well, but this is the way that this should be put on. And then your wire just goes through there, keeps it from getting pulled out. All right, now it's time to calibrate it. And this is the setup. It's been so while, been such a long time since I've seen this video. I totally forgot about this. Oh, that's right. And you can change your Snapmaker name. I'm changing it to the Flight Brothers because that's what we're going to be working on, the flightbrothers.com. Connecting it to the Wi-Fi, and now we're going to be calibrating the bed. It pretty much does it by itself. Starting to make a bunch of new noises that I've never heard before. I was going to speed this up, but this is an actual real time. This is it going through and actually auto leveling. And if you never had an auto leveling bed, this makes your life so much better. Now we're going to finish this by calibrating it using this calibration card that actually comes with it. Just follow the instructions, pretty simple. Notice I'm putting in black, but white's coming out. That's the cleaning stuff that they put in the nozzle when they shipped it. And probably was not smart to lay that down on the heated bed. Anyway, so I'm going to be test printing. This is going to be a vase. I actually did not know what to expect. This is my very first time using a 3D printer. And I thought it was just freaking absolutely magical. I still do. After 15 hours, it's only that far done. And now it's completely done, and this is the vase that I got. Very interesting. Now it's time to print a bunch of other cool things. Let's see what we can build. It's my little worker buddy.
This is my dryer box. It keeps it at a certain temperature and humidity. It's only $60, so you can put two different things in here. So I got a smaller roll of TPU and a bigger roll of PLA. I've already gone through a couple of rolls. Got another PLA right here, and this one is about finished. They run between, the blue ones were on sale for $12.99 on Amazon, all the way up to $25 for the better ones. I also got the actual Snapmaker, which is about $25 for the 2.2 kilogram. I've been printing out a lot of stuff. I'm into flying paramotors, so I printed out a couple of different chase cams from Thingiverse, a couple of different cool toys. Gave some away. I don't need all of them, of course. This is one of my coolest things that I printed out. It's a digital sundial. As the sun goes over at different angles, it will show you a digital time of what time it is depending on where the sun is located. And of course, it's always fun to give away Bitcoins. Hey, would you like a Bitcoin? I made a bird feeder thing, so that was 3D printed. Used the bottle
And then that just screwed on, which is all 3D printed also, which is pretty cool. Not everything worked the way I wanted to. I printed out 4 throttles for my Paramotor, and this is the design. You see that this was the side that was put down. And 2 of them actually worked out pretty good, and the other ones I was having trouble with the fill. So I think this one was filled like 70% and the trigger broke. The trigger broke on this one, trigger broke on this one. The thing that you put the trigger on broke off of this. And also too, the backside peeled off. I think it was the wrong temperature. And so it kind of just peeled off. Not really what I wanted to. So some things fail, some things print out great, and this has been really fun. Here's another chase cam that has wings and stabilizer, which is really cool. I also have this other small one that I got. This was a lightning deal on Amazon for like $80, normally like $110. So I've been working with this too. This doesn't have an auto bed leveler, of course it doesn't, and it's not heated, and it prints a lot differently. So I'll do some more videos on this one to show you what this is all about. And this is another nice little thing that I printed out also. So these things print out great on these little small flatbeds, which is pretty nice. Oh, that's my little puppy dog. I love you, puppy. I love you. It takes a lot of space, a lot more than I thought it was going to. So this part of the desk is basically just this. A little small area is for this. This is 100 by 100 by 100. This is 320 by 320 by 350. And then I'll be getting another one today that's 220 by 220 by 2 something. So we'll put that together here in a little bit on a different video. So thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Let me know what kind of 3D printed stuff you have been printing up. Has it just been toys or has it been practical? Let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.